Hey y'all, it's Justin here, and I am out on my first hike of the new year. I know we're already like a month into the new year, and I haven't hiked in about 2.5 months. So yeah, it's time to get going, so let's hit it. All right, so today I am at Great Falls Park in Potomac, Maryland, and the plan is just to hike a small section of the very popular Billy Goat Trail. So I think I'll only be doing about 4 or 5 miles today. And while I'm out here, I figured I would give you all some updates as far as where I am in my preparation for my upcoming AT Thru-Hike. So throughout this hike, I will just be talking about a few things, letting you all know where I am gear-wise, how I'm feeling about the hike, things that I'm trying to take care of in these last few weeks, and all that good stuff. So let's enjoy this beautiful day. So as of the day that I am recording this video, I am exactly 17 days away from starting the approach trail. And actually today is the first day that I'm starting to feel excitement. In the weeks leading up to now, I've mostly been feeling nerves for a lot of different reasons. I think feeling nervous before starting something new and grand is a healthy thing. So my nerves haven't necessarily been a bad thing. I just really want to be successful at this because through hiking has been something that I've dreamed about doing for years now. And now that I'm taking the opportunity to go out and do it, I want to really do it and complete it. So yeah, there have been a lot of nerves. I also just haven't been out hiking since the Dolly Sides back in November. So I think I was losing a lot of motivation because I wasn't or haven't been getting out so much. And another reason why I've been feeling so nervous is because, and I actually haven't really talked about this at all yet, but back when I did the Loyal Sock Trail in October last year, I actually suffered a minor foot injury on that trail, which I wasn't expecting, and it has been really bothering me for the last couple of months. So that pretty much explains why I haven't been out hiking a lot. But yeah, I learned not to overdo it so quickly. And I learned that when you're just starting off, shorter mile days are probably the best strategy. So I will be taking it slow, and I will be taking my time once I get out on the AT. But yeah, I suffered extensor tendonitis in my foot, which has been very irritating, and it's been bothering me a lot. And I've done everything from like physical therapy to checking out some orthotics, switching up my shoes a few times. And I'm finally at a place where I'm starting to feel pretty confident again. I've seen a lot of improvement from physical therapy, and my foot doesn't bother me as much anymore. So I'm hoping that as I continue to target the muscles in my feet and my ankles and continue to strengthen them, that this problem will just completely go away. And me being on this hike today will hopefully give me some sort of indication as to how that might go. So yeah, let's get to it. So just past the entrance to the Billy Goat Trail, there are some park employees cutting down some trees. And I don't know what it is, but every time I go to record somewhere, there's always somebody with a weed whacker or a chainsaw off in the distance just making background noise. I'm like, what is happening in the universe where these noisy machines just follow me? It's crazy, but I appreciate them for maintaining the trail, so thank you. So this is my first time trying out my new Ultra Olympus 4s. So far, they feel pretty good. My feet are feeling good, and this is a very scrambly hike, so we'll see how I feel as I move a little ways further. All right, so I just wanted to stop for a few minutes just to talk for a bit. As I mentioned a little earlier in the video, I'm just 17 days away from starting the approach trail in Georgia. And a few days ago, I left my job, so this is really happening. That's pretty cool and exciting. Basically, for these next 2.5 weeks, I'm probably just gonna be going on some day hikes, testing out a few different pairs of shoes. Like I just showed you my Ultra Olympus 4s that I'm currently wearing. I also have the Lone Peak 5s, and then I have a couple pairs of Vask hiking shoes, which I talked briefly about in my clothing gear video. So I'm probably going to be testing all 4 pairs out over the next couple weeks and just see which one I feel the most comfortable taking out on the AT. As far as tying up other loose ends before I head out, pretty much all I really have to do at this point is just finalize my gear setup. I pretty much have everything I need, but there are a couple of things that I'm still either deciding between or I'm waiting for them to arrive. Probably the most important piece of gear that I still do not have yet is my pack, but I promise you that I will be updating you all when I receive it. Hopefully I will be receiving it in the next week to a week and a half, because that's pretty much all the time I have. And I have been in contact with the company who's making my pack, which I'm not revealing just yet, and they're working really hard for me, and I trust that they will get it done and it'll be the pack of my dreams. So I'm really excited to get that and to show you all. Just a few other things. I just enrolled in a private health insurance plan, which I now have to pay completely out of pocket since I don't have a job anymore. And I will probably be selling my car in the next week or so. Thankfully, used cars are in high demand right now, so I can probably get a good deal for my car. So I will be selling that and probably just giving away a few more personal items that I don't really feel like I need anymore. And in a couple of weeks, I'll be catching my flight down to Atlanta, Georgia. So I am super excited, and yeah, I'm feeling overall pretty prepared. I could be a little more prepared at this point in the game, but hey, what else can I do? I remember when I hiked this trail around this time last year, I was stumbling all over the place because the trail was completely covered in fresh snow. And as you can probably see, this entire trail is nothing but rocks and roots to trip over. So I'm happy that today it is nice and sunny. And it's actually kind of warm. It's like 40 something degrees outside on February 2nd. Not quite sure how I feel about that, but I'm just going to be appreciative. But yeah, if it had snowed last night, I probably wouldn't have come out here today just because of the problems I've been having with my foot. A big concern of mine is twisting my ankle on one too many rocks and roots. What I've been noticing from my tendonitis is that my foot and left ankle can become inflamed if I try to do too much, and it becomes quite uncomfortable and difficult to walk. So, as I said before, I am taking my time. I'm going to be going nice and slow and giving my tendons and ligaments a chance to fully heal and get stronger. So yeah, it still has me a little concerned because jumping into hiking every day for an extended period of time could trigger those issues again, and I'm just hoping to mitigate them as much as possible. So yeah, that's kind of where I am at the moment. So as far as YouTube and vlogging goes, my plan is to put out episodes once a week. So each episode will probably cover an entire week of trail life. And I'm thinking that I'm gonna try to keep my episodes somewhere between 20 and 30 minutes. I don't know how people can vlog daily because through hiking is exhausting in and of itself. Having to put together a video every night just sounds really tiring to me, and I'm pretty sure that I would be over it in no time. So I'm going to just stick to trying to publish videos once a week. That's how most like TV shows work, and that's just what I feel like I want to do. And as far as the content, I'm going to try to maintain a healthy balance between like shots of the trail itself and the different views that I'm able to see. and bits like this where I'm sort of talking to the camera while walking. So I'm excited to do this. I'm excited that there are so many people who are excited for me, and this is going to be a fun adventure that we can all share together, and I think that's pretty cool. All right, we've reached the hard stuff. Let's do it. When I say I'm taking my time and choosing my steps carefully, I mean that, because this would kill me. So I'm not gonna lie, this seemingly never-ending pandemic does concern me a little bit. As far as I know, I have never contracted this illness that I'm not even gonna say, because I don't think YouTube even wants us to say it. But I'm nervous. I'm nervous about potentially being around others on the trail and in towns who maybe don't still take the pandemic as seriously as I do. I'm nervous that I could contract it. I'm nervous that I could contract it and spread it to others. Yeah, I'm just nervous, but I'm gonna try to do everything I can do to prevent contracting it and to prevent contributing to spreading it. And it also kind of sucks because, like, in these last few weeks, this is really the time that I want to be spending with my friends and family, and I love going out to dinners. I love going out to have like a glass of wine or whatever, but it's a lot harder to do that because everyone's so concerned about these different variants, myself included. And yeah, I'm not able to like spend the kind of time that I want to spend with everyone, but I'm still making do, and I have been able to see some friends here and there, so I'm thankful for that. But yeah, we don't really know how this is going to continue to play out. We don't know if it's going to improve in the next few months or if we're going to see another bad spike again. So that's just a little bit of how I'm feeling about that. So one of the big draws to this hike is this 50-foot rock scramble behind me. I managed to do it last year, covered in snow and ice, so I shouldn't have a problem today. Let's hope. So we made it up that rock scramble with no issues. And I actually just came across a gentleman who had on a whole like 70-liter backpack. And so I got to chatting with him for a second, and he told me that he's actually going to be section hiking the AT in a couple of months, and he's just out here getting his training in. And I looked at him and I was like, that's what I need to be doing. Some practice hikes with my fully loaded backpack as opposed to just this day pack. But then I remembered I don't have my pack yet, so that was a funny interaction. This might be my favorite part of this entire trail. This little private, secluded, beachy section. So quiet and peaceful. Okay, now before I wrap up today's hike, I want to share with you all some good news that I have that I'm really excited about. Now, if you were a part of the AT community back in 2018, then the name El Chapo might ring a bell to you. His actual name was Nate Loftis, and in 2018, he hiked over 750 miles of the Appalachian Trail. Now, unfortunately, in the year following his hike, he ended up getting very injured on the job. That led to him being prescribed some very strong pain meds, which he ended up becoming addicted to. And unfortunately, in 2019, Nate passed of an overdose. Now, as difficult and as painful as this must have been for his family, they were so kind and so generous to turn something so negative into something positive. And what they decided to do was put together a fund to give to some first-time AT Thru-Hikers for this upcoming season. And I'm happy to announce that I am one of the award recipients. So I want to give a big thank you to the Loftis family for this opportunity and for allowing me to hike in El Chapo's name and in his memory. Now, my plan is to carry a small personal item of his, which I have asked the family what they might feel comfortable with me carrying. So we will find that out at the approach trail, because I will actually be meeting some of his family members at the approach trail. But I just want to thank the Loftis family once again, and honestly, I cannot thank them enough for giving me and a few other first-time AT Thru-Hikers this opportunity and this additional support. It really means a lot, and this is another big reason why I am taking this Thru-Hike so seriously and why I am so adamant about completing my hike. But I just wanted to share that news with you all, because I haven't really talked about it much with a whole lot of people. I'm so excited, and this support that I'm receiving from his family is really going to help me out a lot. So thank you all. I am so appreciative. If you're interested in learning more about Nate El Chapo Loftis, you can read up on his story by checking out the website that his family put together, which is called One More Day on the AppalachianTrail.com. And I will include that link probably somewhere up here. Definitely be sure to check that out. And you can also see who the other award recipients were, who will also be through hiking the Appalachian Trail this year. Now, I have had quite a few folks reaching out to me, asking how they can contribute to my hike in some way or how they can support me. And before I answer that, I first want to say thank you. I appreciate anything that anyone is willing to do for me, whether that's meeting me on trail with food. I promise I will never say no to food. Sending me some funds to get a meal or to help with my resupply or to get a one-night stay in a hotel or a hostel. Like, I sincerely appreciate anything that anyone has offered to do to assist me in some way. I would like to say that I in no way expect anyone to do anything for me, and I have done everything that I need to do to ensure that I can be 100% self-sufficient on my hike. But at the same time, I'm also smart enough to accept help when it's being offered. So if you have offered to help me in some way, I greatly appreciate it. If you have been wanting to ask how you can contribute to my Thru-Hike, I don't really know. I think maybe the easiest thing to do would be to maybe send me a small tip. But again, I'm not asking for anything. What I'll do is I will start leaving my Venmo down in the description box, and anyone who feels so inclined to send me anything can. I know a couple friends have mentioned doing that, and that's the only reason why I'm bringing it up now. But please, I do not expect anything from anyone. I'm not asking for anything from anyone. But for those who have offered, I'm just saying thank you, and I very much appreciate it. All right, we finished. Time to get out of here. All right, so this is pretty much gonna do it for this video. I'm happy to report that I am having no issues with my foot. And I also mentioned in a previous video that I've been experiencing some knee pain over the last few years. I'm happy to report that I am having no trouble today. I know that this is just a day hike, but it really means a lot that I'm not feeling any discomfort or pain, because I was so worried about going into this hike like not feeling 100%. And this is giving me a little bit of my confidence back that I can actually do this. And I have to say, these Ultra Olympus 4s are feeling pretty sweet. As rocky and rooty as that trail was, my feet didn't feel a thing. And I think I like that. So I don't know, these shoes are making a pretty strong case. But if y'all have any other questions in the weeks leading up to my Thru-Hike, feel free to shoot them at me down in the comments. 17 days, so looks like we're doing this. But for now, I'm out, so I'll see y'all later.